Okay, question 25, and our vectors question, last question of the paper. We're told that ABCD is a parallelogram. You can see that there. ABE is a straight line, where AB to BE is in the ratio of 3 to 2. So I'm going to mark that on now. So 3 parts and 2 parts. BC and ED. So BC and ED intersect at the point F. AB is given by the vector A. So A goes from A to B. And A to D is given by the vector B. Work out the vector E to D. So we're going from E to D in the terms of A and B. So to work out vector E to D, I'm going to go this way and then this way, because that is that's in terms of the direction that I know. So I know this way, okay, and I know this way because that was given to me in the question. So I wouldn't go E to D, straight across diagonally, because I don't know what that vector is. Okay, so the only way I know how to get there is to go from E to D, because that's what I was given in the question. Now, before we start, we know that the ratio was 3 to 2. So what this means is that this bit here has got to be 2/3 of whatever that vector was. So because that vector was A, this vector I would say is 2/3 of A. I'll just underline the A. When you're writing vectors, you should underline them or put an arrow on top. So I'm going to go from E to D by going E to A, then adding my journey from A to D. So to go from E to A, I would do minus 2/3. The reason why it's minus is because I'm going in the opposite direction. Minus 2/3 minus A. So minus 2/3 of A minus 1A. So if I'm dealing with thirds, you can think of that as minus 3/3. So minus 2/3 of A minus 3/3 of A. That gives me minus 5/3 of A. And I'm adding AD, which is just given by vector B. I'm not changing the sign because it's already pointing in the right direction. I'd only change the sign if I was going D to A, but I'm not going A to D. So that's my vector for E to D. So that would be my final answer. In the second bit, it says deduce the vector E to F in terms of A and B. So let's have a look. E to F is that vector. So it's asking us to work this out. Now, I don't know this, okay, but I do know that. So what I can say is that E to F is a proportion of the vector E to D, because it's following on the same straight line. So if we think about the ratio, it was in the ratio of 2 to 3. So E to F is 2/5 of E to D. Okay, so 2 parts, 3 parts, there's 5 parts in total. So whatever the vector is from E to D, e to f would be 2/5 of it. So I'm going to write that down. So 2/5 of vector e to d, which we just worked out to be that. So I'm trying to find 2/5 of this. Okay, so when you're trying to find, a fraction of something, you times. So I'm doing that times that. So 2 times -5 gives me -10. And that's going to give me over 15. So -10 over 15a. And 2/5 times 1b, if you like, is 2/5 of b. Okay, so we could simplify that down. 10 over 15 is the same as 2/3, so it's -2/3 of a plus 2/5 of b, and that's my final answer.